Hello friends. In this video I will show you the test I did on configuring and migrating the Windows-based images from default boot volume size 256GB to 50GB volume that fit for Oracle free tier. Let's start. The first step, I created a Windows 2012 R2 instance with default 256GB boot volume size. Then remote to Windows Server with IP address, username and password. At the first time logon, I were asked to change password. The password should be meet security requirement, such as length and complex. Go to Window Firewall and ensure that Remote Desktop and Echo Request for Ping Test were enabled. After that, Resize OS disk. Go to the Disk Management console. Right-click on OS partition 250GB, then choose Shrink. Resize disk to 30GB. And the unallocated space about 220GB. Shut down the server. Then go to Cloud Management panel, terminate Windows Server, and the option permanently delete the attached boot volume should be unchecked to keep the disk. With free tier I have only maximal 2 virtual machine, 1 CPU, 1GB RAM, and 100GB in total for boot volume. Create new instance Linux free tier. With 50GB boot disk size. Then terminate it. Also uncheck permanently delete the attached boot volume to keep the disk. Then we can start build window image on it. Create new instance Ubuntu 18.04. then attach to volume to this instance. Check available partitions on server with lsblk. Wipe the disk stc ubuntu tmp. Here I set wrong name for this disk. It should be window free tier boot volume. Backup GPT table. And then replicate the table from source disk SDB, window boot volume 256 GB, to target disk STC, TMP ubuntu boot volume. Disk will now complain that it tried placing the header copy out of the bounds of the target disk, but then will fall back and place the header correctly at the upper bound of the target disk. Using DD, copy each partition from the source drive to the target. Now I detach two block volumes. Terminate the Ubuntu instance. Only free tier Ubuntu TMP volume should be kept. I create new free tier instance and choose platform image Ubuntu TMP. Get the instance up, then remote to instance with password and username. That's set at the first step. Now check the window free tier server. The lab also work for another cloud infrastructure, such as Amazon Cloud, Azure or Google Cloud. If you have any tutorial request, let me know. I will do the lab and show test result.